Game 5 is in the bag as the Dallas Mavericks just defeated the Los Angeles Clippers 123-93. A 30-point blowout, the worst loss in playoff history for the Los Angeles Clippers. And it was single-handedly handed to him by none other than Maxi Kleber himself, the greatest German basketball player since Dirk himself. But he also had some help. Luka Doncic had a pretty good game. Kyrie played well. I guess Derrick Jones Jr. also played well. But Maxi Kleber put on a shooting clinic, showed the entire world that he might be the next Dirk, the next Steph Curry, however you want to put it. The man showed up. The man played. But in all seriousness, the Dallas Mavericks had an amazing Game 5 against the Los Angeles Clippers where they just played their best brand of basketball. This entire series, I'd argue, it was their best game all series, as from the jump. In the first quarter, the Dallas Mavericks got out going. We weren't losing after the first quarter. We weren't down. We were up by 1, but after that, it was wraps. Every single quarter, every possession, the Mavericks played with intensity. They played great defense, and we're going to break down everything that happened in last night's game. Also, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And like I said in the intro, man, that Game 5 was amazing, and I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit nervous going into it after what I saw in Game 4, where we were down by like 31. We had to fight to come back, and then a defensive lapse at the end of the fourth quarter to end the game where we did lose. And a lot of people were very upset with that game, rightfully so, because and I hate playing the what could have happened, the woulda, coulda, shoulda game. But this is what makes me upset. If we actually won Game 4, we would have been done. We would have beat the Clippers in Game 5. We would have had like 5 days of rest until we see the Thunder on Tuesday. It would have been phenomenal. But you live with the results and you die with the results. We did lose Game 4, and a lot of people were mad with Jason Kidd because of the defensive change-ups at the end of that game, which resulted in James Harden hitting 5 out of 6 floaters back to back to back to back to back. Meanwhile, I understand what the thought process was, even though I didn't really like watching it, but I get it. James Harden was only about 30% on those floaters for the entire season. So the odds of him hitting 5 of those things, it was astronomical, and I guess we took that gamble, and it didn't pay off. However, Jason Kidd did say that he doesn't plan on changing that at all ahead of Game 5, and it paid dividends. James Harden only had about, 7 points? I think 7 or 13 points, something like that. He didn't have a lot of points. We're going to go over the box score in a minute here, but those floaters weren't dropping. And the defense from this Dallas Mavericks team was amazing, from Luka, who had an amazing game with all things considered, because he is a little bit under the weather with a weird sickness, also with his right knee sprain. Kyrie, even though his box score doesn't jump at you, he was controlling the pace and tempo of that entire game. Derrick Jones Jr., Flight 55, was everywhere you needed him to be. Took a little bit of Josh Green's hustle man mentality and applied it to his game, and you just love to see it. PJ, not a whole lot of offense, but a whole lot of defense. And also, Derrick Lively. The man was just amazing. But before I get ahead of myself, let's go ahead and look at this box score real quick. Like I said, PJ Washington only had 2 points, but he had a block, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. He was 0-4 from 3, and he only made 1 shot, and he missed both free throws, but he was playing good defense, and we all know about PJ. If the offense ain't going, the defense is shining, so you can't be too mad. Derrick Jones Jr., Flight 55, had 12 points, 3 blocks. He had 3 of them things. Had 1 assist, 3 rebounds. It was 2 of 4 from 3. He was letting that thing fly. Daniel Gafford, the landlord turned slumlord, had 8 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 5 rebounds. He was doing, it wasn't his normal monstrous game of like 20 points, 10 rebounds. However, with how he's been playing in this series, slowly but surely, he's going to find his true form. And I think in the next round, if we make it there, which I'm sure we will, he'll be fine. Kyrie Irving. Now I want to sit here real quick on Kyrie's stat line. He had 14 points, 2 steals, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. He was 1 of 7 from 3, not the best from 3, but he was 6 of 14 from the floor, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He also had 0 turnovers. A lot of people are saying they're disappointed in Kyrie's production because you're just looking at the box score. But if you watch that game, look at that. He had the highest plus minus on the entire team, a plus 35. Kyrie was playing great defense, locking down James Harden. He was doing all the small things. He was controlling the tempo, controlling the pace, helping out Luka where needed. Kyrie was amazing last night. Don't let the box score fool you. Don't let the casuals fool you either. Kyrie had a great game. And Luka Doncic, Luka Mania, Luka Magic, 35 points. Only 2 turnovers, which for Luka, that's great. That's great. Only 2 turnovers. Had 1 steal, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. He was 2 of 8 from 3. The 3 wasn't falling, but the man was 14 to 26 from the floor, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. He was amazing. Again, right knee sprain, a little bit of a flu. Doesn't matter. Mavs in 6. Luka was amazing. Maxey off the bench, straight sniper. 15 points, all from the three-point line. Had 1 assist, 3 rebounds, 5 of 7 from 3. The boy was deadly. Came in clutch when we needed him to. Dwight Powell in garbage time gave 0 points. 1 assist, 2 rebounds. Derrick Lively, the young rook, 12 points. Had 1 block, 1 assist, 7 rebounds. 2 being offensive rebounds. It was perfect from the floor. He was, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, which is amazing. It was 5 of 5 from the floor. He didn't miss a single shot. He was perfect. Derrick Lively had a perfect game, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Green, hustle man, had a little bit of action there. Had 4 points, 1 steal, 2 rebounds. Dante Exum still trying to find his rhythm. Had 4 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. AJ Lawson in garbage time had 3 points, 1 rebound. And Jaden Hardy, party, stat padding in garbage time. 6 minutes was more than enough time for him to drop 14 points and 1 assist. Let's go back to that in a little bit here. The man Jaden Hardy was phenomenal, but let's look at the bottom right there. As a team, we shot 54% from the floor, 35% from 3, and 75% from the free throw line. You just love to see it. The guys were running on all cylinders. And I know a lot of fans, a lot of you guys out there were just worried about this team. You know, we lost game 4. It was horrible. We had a slow start. We don't like playing those early games. I've seen everything. Oh, the Clippers, they're better without Kawhi. What excuse you got now? Come on. You gotta try harder than that. No Kawhi, no problem. The Mavericks still got it done. And I've been saying this. The Clippers have yet to beat this Mavericks team when we play our best. The 2 times we lost in this series, those weren't our best. Game 1 was not our best. Game 4, we were down by like 31. That obviously wasn't our best. But when we play our best, we are a hard team to beat. And that's something that this team has not been like in the past few years. It's amazing. And let's go over the box score for the Clippers, or the Flippers, as some of y'all like to call them. You got Paul George, only 15 points, had 4 assists, 11 rebounds. He was 2 of 6 from 3. Zubats had 15 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, 6 rebounds. James Harden, 7 points, 4 turnovers, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. He was 1 of 7 from 3. Terrence Mann had 11 points. He had 1 assist, 7 rebounds. Amir Coffey with 3 points, 1 steal, 1 rebound. PJ Tucker with 3 points, 1 rebound. Daniel Tice with 3 points. Mason Plumlee with 3 points. Westbrook with 6 points, 5 rebounds. Bones Highland with 11 points in garbage time. Brandon Boston Jr., Norman Powell, it doesn't matter. You see them all there. They were pretty much playing everybody, and it still wasn't enough. As a team, they shot 37% from the floor, 25% from 3. A lot of people said there's no way they'll shoot 60% from 3 again, and you're right. They shot 25 while shooting 85% from the free throw line. But I just wanted to have you guys look up back where James Harden's stat line is. Kyrie, I'm sorry. I'm switching over to Kyrie. Kyrie had 14 points, but he was a plus 35. Why was he a plus 35? Because James Harden only had 7 points. Come on now, don't be just watching the box score. Kyrie was doing a lot of things on the court. He was getting timely passes. He was playing great defense on James Harden, making it tough for him. He was everywhere that you needed him to be. And even though he didn't have a 20-point second half, it didn't matter because the team got the dub. And everybody's in high spirits. Everybody's got the right mentality. But there's a few quotes that I do want to break down real quick before we get into the good, the bad, the ugly. But this right here from Derrick Jones Jr. saying, I was undrafted. I went into situations where I wasn't supposed to be on the roster or playing. I fought my way into a roster spot, and I fought my way into the rotation. Derrick Jones Jr. reflects on his journey from being undrafted to a key rotational player, and shame on me. Shame on me for being a filthy casual, because I forgot that he was undrafted. Because the way he plays, you would have thought that maybe he was like a first-round pick, maybe not a lottery pick player, but a late first-round pick player, because he's been just fantastic for us. I had a poll on the channel a few days ago of which of these players surprised you the best, and I voted for Derrick Jones Jr. because he has been phenomenal. I mean, I know what I saw in the regular season, but to see it translate even better in the playoffs is amazing. He's guarding Paul George, where in some of these matchups, he outplayed Paul George. Derrick Jones Jr. is amazing. We got him on a very cheap contract, and I think the most we can offer him is like 3 years, 15 mil. I say throw everything at him. However much money we can scrape up, check your couch cushions for some change, throw it at Derrick Jones Jr. He has been amazing for us, and he has earned a spot on this team. He has earned a starting role on this Dallas Mavericks team, and I hope we can bring him back. But not only that, this right here, the man of the hour, Maxey Kleber. Maxi Kleber on his shooting, saying, I think a little break helped. I was able to just get in the gym, get reps up. The good thing about the playoffs is you go game to game. Today, I made my shots, and I know I'm going to get those shots. So I just have to keep shooting. And that's one point of emphasis that fans and players and everybody alike who knows anything about this Dallas Mavericks team is that we have to hit those open looks. We create great looks for these guys, but they got to knock them down. And for Maxey to get all 15 points from the three-point line, Steph Curry could never. James Harden could never. Dirk would. I'm not going to disrespect the great Dirk, but I'm just saying, Maxey looked very good last night. I hope that translates tomorrow in Game 6. And what else we got to go over? The man, Kyrie Irving, on the Mavs' defensive effort, saying it's just become part of our identity. Towards the end of the regular season, really hanging our hat on the defensive end and understanding that some of the greatest teams in NBA history have won championships playing defense. And that's very important. I mean, the first team that comes to mind was the Detroit Pistons in 2004. Played great defense, lockdown defense. Even the Toronto Raptors back in, 2018, 2019, they had a great defensive team with a much younger Kawhi Leonard who wasn't so injury-prone as he is now. Great teams win through defense. There's a lot more I could name. I mean, I think the Dallas Mavericks in 2011 had great defense. I mean, my man Sean Marion was killing it. I'm just saying. However, this Dallas Mavericks team, I love how they want to play defense, how they can play defense. A few years ago, yeah, sure, play defense. I'm looking at Dorian Finney-Smith as probably our best defender over the last few seasons. But now we got P.J. Washington, we got Derrick Jones Jr., Josh Green's looking a little bit better. I mean, Kyrie, even when Luka tries, he's one of the best defenders in the league. This team is amazing. But the last player we're going to talk about is none other than our rookie. That man, Derrick Lively. Look at this. Clippers are shooting 9 of 28, 28% within 6 feet against Derrick Lively this series. That is 31.4% lower than expected based on their field goal attempts. Largest differential of any player in the playoffs, period. Tiny sample size, but D-Live's making a monster impact around the rim as a rookie, and I told y'all the other day, watching Derrick Lively on the court, I thought that was Tyson Chandler with a wig on. It's amazing that we have a rookie who is such a sponge and that Tyson Chandler can just imprint his skills, his knowledge upon Derrick Lively, and it's showing right in front of us. It's not taking us 2-3 years for things to click and for him to actually figure things out. He's doing it on the court. He didn't miss a single shot. Of course, they were lobs. There's a few times where he was putting the ball on the floor. He also, I think it was Russell Westbrook that he bodied. It was somebody down low got bodied by Derrick Lively, and it was amazing. Derrick Lively's awesome. He's a godsend. He's my rookie of the year. I don't care what anybody got to say. Chet who? I don't know about him. Victor who? Where's Victor right now? At home? He had as many points last night as I did. Victor who? Derrick Lively. He's the truth. But, man, let's go ahead and get into the segment already. I've been talking too much. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's run it. The good was the Dallas Mavericks as a whole, as a unit. I mean, I'll give special props to Luka Doncic. That was crazy. After what we saw, games 1 through 4, where he's still putting up good numbers, not the most efficient, but he's still producing. And after he had that quote of, I feel like I'm letting Kai down, how does he respond? 35 points. Almost a triple-double. While on a hobbled leg, while dealing with flu-like symptoms, they said that during every timeout, he was blowing his nose. He said, I could barely breathe during the game through my nose. A lot of people saying those excuses. There's no excuse when you win. There ain't no excuse when you win. And Luka Doncic came to play. But the good, I'm going to give it to the whole team. Even Jason Kidd. Everybody came together. They fixed what was wrong with Game 4. And they attacked in Game 5 while in the while in the Clippers' home. And they delivered the dub, man. You got to love it. The bad, I'm going to have to give the bad to the Clippers as a team. Because Paul George and James Harden are so up and down. I mean, Russell Westbrook is what it is. It's whatever. James Harden is night and day. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not. He's a sometimes player. And Paul George, in my opinion, is not so much a sometimes player as he is a disappointment, because he is a great player. No disrespect to Paul George, but for him to have a great game in Game 4 and just stink it up in Game 5 is like, what are you doing, man? Come on. I expect that from James Harden, but not you, Paul George. And again, Russell Westbrook, he is who he is, and that ain't never going to change. And the ugly, I'm going to have to give it to that score. That score was ugly. 30 points, and we took our starters out with 5 minutes left. We put in garbage time. And shout out to Jaden Hardy for stat pad in 6 minutes? Had 14 points. He outscored James Harden in 6 minutes in garbage time to make sure we kept that 30-point lead, and it was amazing. It was wonderful, and I hope tomorrow in Game 6, this Dallas Mavericks team can continue to fight, continue to bring the intensity, because we gonna need it. I wish I could be there, but I'm gonna be here live, giving you my live reaction, doing a live little watch party. So make sure you subscribe so you can be a part of everything that we're doing here. But that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Link in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We did just do our free jersey giveaway the other day. I already got in touch with the guy, got him his jersey, sent that today. We're going to do another giveaway next month. Not too sure what it's going to be, but I'll make sure to let you guys know. But until next time, y'all take care. Peace.